All right. So, hello everyone. Good morning. Is it still morning pa?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning. No. So, before anything else, I would just like to let you understand the for the 4 previous weeks now that we haven't met. So this is actually what happened. So when we had our week 1, now just for you to at least understand, during our week, I thought that Wednesday would be our face to face, and the Friday would be async. But it seems like in the GSA, in your GSA, it reflected that both should be in a face to face setup. That is actually our. I thought it was actually the same schedules with mine, no, sa amin sa CCIS, because we are going to this like we meet only once and then the rest will be async and sync. So that's why I scheduled that way. So anyway, given that we have here, this is what happened. As you can see, we have on the week 1, di ba, when we met during our first meeting, was it March 1 ba yon? O yung meron, nag-orient lang tayo, but you're in a rush na most of you are going to
March 1.
to have the post-play event, something ano yon, parang preparation.
Yes, boss.
Okay. And then Friday was holiday, pero you had your event. Okay. So that's why we didn't meet. And then on week 2, pag Tuesday, I guess Tuesday pa lang, there was an earthquake happened. So all face-to-face classes were canceled. And supposed to be, we have, I announced for an async na lang instead because I already prepared a video recording for that. So now on March 10, it was the cancellation of classes were actually continued for SAM para sa to give way for the checking of the facilities. Okay, and then the week after that will be our departure to Thailand to do the paper presentation, and that's why I announced for an ASIC because that was our departure to Thailand. So March 15, that fell on Wednesday. Then yung March 16 and 17 yun na yung convention namin. So I did my presentation on March 17. So that's why I also cannot do sync or async, something like that. Sync session. And then when we arrive here in the Philippines, so March 22, di ba, there is an MMCM Cup happening, and this is today actually is the start of the MMCM Cup 2023. I am actually a a chair in innovation pitching because that's what I do. And then so we had our when I arrived, we had our what is this? Dry run through on March 22. I guess that's still on Wednesday. So isa lang yung gi-chat ko kasi yung isa nag-chat sa akin about the ano. So anak ko paki-relay na lang ng message, something like that. Anyway, that was what happened. And then sa March 24 ay di na lang din ako nag-ano for sync or any async. So that's why yun yung nangyari for the entire 4 weeks. Medyo daghan kay ano lang ko, kampante lang ko with you that you will be able to understand that may mga video recording that I have provided already syncing. So that it doesn't mean na di ko ganahan magklase sa inyo ha. Ganahan ko magklase. Actually, I'm here. Yeah.
Problem good sir kay ang mga due date sa is
Yes, oo. Kasi sa ano yan, it was an older DSA sa engineering before. Ako lang gi-reload sa inyo ha. So it's an honest mistake. Wala na ako na change. So
So mansiran pa rin ako.
there's nothing wrong with that naman. So
ma-open kay ano
okay, sige. Don't you worry with that. No, I can still reopen that one. No, formative. Anyway, that's actually formative. Wala may problema sa formative. Actually, that's 30% of your grade only. Ang pinaka-importante ang summative, di ba? Tama ba? Kung nagdako kayo ang impact yun sa summative o kana yung sa summative. Anyway, that is what happened for the rest of of the previous week. So anyway, we will get started now, and I'm pretty much sure you have na ano na ba ninyo ning presentation or wala?
Hanggang, ay, sir, hindi din ma-open yung presentation.
Kanang one error 5.
Oh, really? Wait, ha? Wait. Let me check.
Kanang open mo.
Sige.
Mutana ko sa GC na mo kung akuan lang niya. Wala mo dito.
Sa imuha dilipod.
Sabi na ko akuan lang.
Okay.
Parang nakabalo ko si high food ay sa din.
This one, example kani. Explain importance.
Ang nakabutang sa mga sir kanang sa presentation kay
Kani.
not found.
Oh.
You are not allowed.
Or you are not allowed to access. O kani sir.
This side.
So wala po mo nag-sign in.
Assign in
Kung
open.
sir, you are not allowed.
Ayun na lang gani, ugma ako ang pitching. So na fall sa Thursday. Actually sa akin makita siya.
Pero sa mga
Sa inyo ang end dili. Try na ako mag-student ha. Preview.
Does not have permissions.
Actually it's ano yan siya, naka-shared yan siya.
Sir, pero hindi, wala pong permission.
ay gani siya sir. Refuse to connect sir.
Actually gitay na ako sa student preview mo gana manggod so sige
Sabi ko na kukuan parang kulang.
sa imo ha.
Mag-chat lang ako niya, makon ko ba siya kulang ba niya.
Oh no, ay mo ka ulaw. Ay mo ka. Grabe pod mo kamo.
Hindi naman next week na lang.
Pero kung mabigay mo lang, matala ko sa GC, di ko mo.
Tapos dalawang module lang pala sa inyo no? Hindi siya module 1, 2, 3 just like sa amin. Oo, sige.
Para sa lab project siya.
Okay. Sige, anyway, sige. I'll just share to you everything, all the PowerPoint resources later on. So, mag-start na lang tayo with the sige, dito tayo sa coding. Coding na lang tayo diretso. Anyway, okay, let's run through na lang the PowerPoint. No? So, kung may mga I will be able to elaborate things and then we'll get to code earlier.
Kevin, kung na mo kimuon ng mga sir, mga
Formative.
formative sir.
Oh, actually wala jud problema sa formative assessment guys kay kanang formative kaya siya formative it's actually the root word from formation, di ba? Practice and all. Sa summative jud ko naga-care actually. Like I can even give up to 3 attempts for formative assessments. That's what I did in my classes. Sige, so now let's have the introduction to data structures. So let's just go over why there is a need to study data structures and algorithms. We have already discussed this one last time, right? That efficiency is becoming a standard in today's era. Like because of the advent of the technology, we would like everything to be fast and efficient, right? Tama no? Kinsa may dili ganahan og fast and efficient, especially in the processes, like whether it is an enrollment process. Well, even our PC, we like it to be fast. So that's why also kaakibat sa pagiging fast is of course we have to train people how to make our program or how to create a program the right way of doing it, not just creating the right program. So dapat tama ang program and tama siya pagkabuhat. Okay? So then let's consider this one. Like we have the name, age, and price in the matrix, and we have these values. So if this has been collected as a data in the matrix presented, then what if we're going to let's say how do we arrange this data, whether it is in a linear manner or either in a hierarchical manner? Would matter the efficiency or would vary sa efficiency sa application nato or sa program that we're going to make. So ayan. So now these are the different types of data structures. Actually there are only kung ano lang yun nato ang books, there are several types of data structures. But when i-collect na to ang book, if we are going to really gather book, no, title and title, yung mga engaged na book, nalan yung mga ano na two types of data structure, the abstract data structure and the primitive data structure. What do you mean by primitive data structures? This primitive data structures very common siya sa C, C++, and Java na language. But in Python, we are not able to appreciate this one anymore. Kasi in Python, it's already dynamic typing. Meaning to say, we don't, students are no longer being,
Diretso na lang, sir.
yes, we,
At kanang i-imply.
dili na to understand ang iyahang space and then time complexity sa Python because Python already made it for us. Everything na buhaton nato, di ba, when you declare something or a variable, automatically pwede mo siya mo convert into any other type. Like from int, pwede siya makarak ma string. But in Java, in C++, in C, dili siya inana. We really
Specific,
kung computer engineering ka, kung computer science ka, you really have to understand this kasi that is where we are actually that is the basis for creating an efficient program. Okay, we talk about space and time complexity. No, when we talk about space, is how much amount of space our program is allotted. So, di ba, it's in as much as possible, we want our program to only have na pila lang ka kilobytes. Let's say 4 kilobytes, 5 kilobytes. We don't like na maabot siya pila ka MBs. Remember that, no? Also, in saving data to our database, we don't want it na more than MBs or mga MBs ang data that we are going to store. We want it na mas ma-compress pa siya into kilobytes. Kasi in as much as possible, we would like to save memory. Either read-only memory na siya or random access memory or your RAM. So in terms of space naman, that's constant. There's constant calculation for that because in Java, there is very clear calculation for that. That for Boolean, there should be 1 byte. For int, it should be 4 bytes. For short and byte, it should be 2 bytes. And for long and double, it should be 8 bytes. Same with other strings. So clear siya. So that's constant value for space complexity. And then the thing that we are going to do here is the time complexity. How much amount of time needed for the program to execute? Okay, needed time for our program to complete the execution. Okay, so that is the most important thing. So going back, one reflected in the PPT, you have primitive type. Again, it's very clear. It's a primitive type that it will for actual value. Okay, so these are int, these are byte, short, float, roll, and there is equivalent struct data type. So later on, I'm going to show you the difference between the two. And most of the abstract data type like arrays list, linked list, hash map, and vector will fall into abstract data type. Okay, so we're going to discuss the four principles of OOP, right? No, ano naman mo yung OOP, no? So, isa sa principle natong i-discuss rin is the ADT or the abstract data type. But syempre, you cannot create ADT when you don't understand other three concepts: encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. Okay, so also sa data structures, there are classifications. We have linear data structures, we have hierarchical data structures, we have graph, and we have even set data structures. When we talk about linear data structure, data are arranged in a linear manner, one-to-one relationship. There is one predecessor, there is also one successor. Pag sinabi nating hierarchical, that is one-to-many relationship. One predecessor and many successors. Pag sinabi naman nating graph, it is many-to-many relationship. Many predecessors, many successors. So that is actually applied in a network. No, there are many different connections or relations to any other. And then the other one is set. Okay, and then every classification of data structure, i-discuss natin yan. Linear, hierarchical, graph, and set data structures. So, ayan, I've already discussed that one. Yan, that's it. And then, so, what about an algorithm? So, unsa may ano sa algorithm? So, algorithm is, unsa ganang algorithm is step-by-step thorough instructions leading us to a solution, no systematic instruction, which leads to a solution. And it's very important because even machine learning, deep learning has its algorithms. So in order for us to understand them, kung yun sa siya pag-apply, we have to understand mathematical foundation of this machine learning. Sa amin, sa computer science, we don't really go deeper beyond nasa calculation on a specific machine learning algorithm. But most likely, especially sa mga data science kay mga statistics man siya, no, mga linear regression, sa pagani na ano, even yung sa trees, no, parang decision trees, there's behind the mga mathematical foundation. So ayan. So now, the algorithm under different classification of data structures that we're going to discuss are this, no? Sorting algorithm, stack algorithm, queue, linked list, trees, binary search trees, decision trees, expression trees. Then we have also graph and different algorithms na i-discuss under that classification. So yun yung i-discuss natin for the entire class, no? Isa-isahon na to. Although there are already built-in ADTs for that in Java, some of it. Pero we're going to create our own. So meaning to say, we're going to reverse engineer those. No, we are not, kasi computer engineering man kayo, ComSci, same, halos almost the same. We have abstract data type po, ADT. So yeah, that is actually the focus of our discussion later on. Okay. So ayan, these are the different different algorithms that we are going to discuss for this course. So I don't know if you've heard of the Dijkstra algorithm or Dijkstra algorithm. That's the shortest path that is used by the Google Maps or Waze in determining the shortest path, the quickest path. But sometimes kasi, it doesn't mean it's the shortest path. Remember guys, it doesn't mean it's the shortest path. It is the quickest path. Okay, very good. Kasi pwedeng may mga traffic or may blockage sa road. So dapat live na makita, sa Waze na application, di ba, live makita na to na okay
so, distance ang gina-consider, sir, pero hindi yung yung circumstances.
Yeah, that's we have an algorithm to follow na i-follow na to, which is one of it is the Dijkstra algorithm. Pero you can combine different algorithms in order to make an application that displays instead na yung best, no, that this algorithm will really work well, better and efficient. So yan. Okay, so ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo, space and time complexity. And this is really the idea of data structures. Walang database, storage, repository of data if walang data structures and algorithm. If you are going to read historically, dati dugay ang storing of data is really done in a file handling, which are flat files. Kanang Excel file, gani, mga Word file. It's still existing today. Kay kanina tong computer, it's still going to keep the records sa ating drive, which are not logically related. When we say database kasi, the data are logically related to each other. When I say, I'm going to keep your record in a separate table, so table is the idea of a table is actually relation to any other table. You have the account, student and account. So whenever I make changes to student, the account will also be affected. Not in a similar way, not the same with the flat files or yung mga normal na filing or file handling management sa OS. So which is same sa mga phone natin. Usually pag maghimo tag operating system, file handling are still existing. Pero in terms of database, that is used for TPS, no, transactional processing system. Yung mga payroll, enrollment, yan, importante kasi yan in doing business processes. Siyempre, we understand that translating usual or traditional business operations into computerization would really benefit the company. No? The mas paspas ang generation of sales, paspas ang printing of reports and all. And we are able to compete in a globally competitive world kasi if you have store there versus the store na traditional calculator lang versus store na nanay POS, siyempre asa man ang mas dali mag-cater of customers. Ang turnaround time dito jud sa faster. Pero it doesn't mean na faster pod ang imo na kay computerized solution. What if you have a lot of customers na falling in or nag-queue? So nana pod kay another algorithm for that. So diba, like for an instance, pag big malls na computerized na imuhang POS pero isa tulo lang imuhang station or yung imuhang sa tawag na ang kiosk nimo. So what about na ay pilay hundreds of customers nag-queue within a span of let's say minute lang or 1 minute. So mahinay gihapon siya. So that usa may solution nato usa may solution sa other sana. Daghanon ang another so do di ba daghanon nila ang that's another another expenses to the company. So kaya kita even with the presence of IT, with the presence of technology, the company will really have to invest. That's why we have to make these people understand us, especially pag mga business people. Mingon man na jud sila na okay, we're going to deploy this kind of technology in your para faster. So mingon man yun ang company owner, how much ROI will I get? So kita as COMSA, as computer engineering, the only thing we can tell them is faster man sir kay mapaspas imong inani na but yeah, di ba efficiency makaon ako na man ang company owner, ang business owner. Yes, that's really true. So you have to really let them understand your kasi dati historically guys, if you will try to read books, kaya wala sila nagpa-patronize og mga advancements sa technology ang mga companies before because they treated us as liabilities rather than an assets. Kay man sila, they're going to pay monthly internet connection, tapos PC, electricity, di ba? We are liabilities to them. Pero in the long run, we can tell them na in a span of 3 to 5 years, diha pa nimo maano ang benefits sa technological advancement. So that is why one of the reasons is yung mga people who can write programs na with efficiency. Kasi mao jud natong mas efficient ang kasi as even nakahimo naka-program, then there are only like 50 or hundreds of data ang i-store nimo dira. Now, don't tell me pag abot og pila ka years, hundreds lang gihapon na ang data dira. Okay? So magdaghan na siya, no? Mag-bulk na ang processing. The more na mag-bulk ang processing, mura lang gud na siya og sakyanan. Di ba? Kung sakyanan, jeep, ang sakay nimo tulo lang, syempre kusog pa ng dagan. Pero as people are coming in, daghan nang magsakay, medyo dili na siya ang iyahang ang speed niya dili maghinay na pod. Di na pod siya nakakosog. Especially pag medyo pasaka na. Okay? So that is really the idea of the data structures and algorithm. Now, proceed tayo with andun yan lahat sa video, no? So that ma-access man ninyo ang video, not only yung PowerPoint lang ang dili. Okay, sige. Now, in here, ito sila 2.1, this one, ito tayo. Algorithm complexity. So this is now the start of yan. Ito na part yan. So okay, mag-program tano example. Dito sa let's go there. So let's discuss space and time complexity. Okay, so let's have here algo complexity. Okay, let's say for an instance, we are going to we have a program that calculates the natural numbers. First, let's say first 100 natural numbers. Okay, example. So this is, let's say we have the n. So the n is the max value for the natural numbers. Okay, we can have this to as an input. Pwede na to siya i option pane. Pwede po siya diretso lang na 100. Okay, but if you guys want to have
Pwede po scanner classes.
yeah, scanner is a console-based na ano, pwede rin, no? Sige, mag-scanner tayo.
So, based around the option pay, may moron to. Na UI.
Oh, nakatry mo, ana?
Pindot lang ang
Oh, sige. Nindot man pod na. Show in... Oo. This is an input dialog. So, the problem with the show input dialog, this, as you can see, there is an occurrence of an error. Why? Because the int there is not compatible with the one that is being passed through as a value. Yes, that is why kailangan nato siya i-parse, no? I-parsing nato na siya. I-parse. Ang uban na solution ana is ginabuhat nila string n, and then saka pa sila mag-compare it. Let's say val is equal to integer that parse in n, something like that, para ma-convert na siya into an integer value. You can also do this in double, boolean. So actually, itong integer, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na reference classes or wrapper types. I forgot to mention, di ba sa Java, kaya natay primitive types, no? Primitive data type. Di ba? Remember primitive data type like int, boolean, double, ito sila. These are primitive types, okay? So, this primitive type stores the actual value, guys, no? Actual value. What do you mean by actual value? When I declare a variable, let's say int I, and I initialize it to 10, the I stores the actual value, which is 10. Okay, that is the primitive type. And it does not involve any methods. When we talk about reference type, sa Python, wala man gud ni siya, no? Reference type, kasi everything is naka-reference na. So, when I declare integer, let's say I is equal to 10, 10 now is stored as, or the I stores, let's say, ito na lang, fxc 0 times 0011, which points the value, which is 10. So this is what happened inside of your computer. When you use this one, reference type, instead of this stores the actual value, which is 10, this actually stores the hash code, which is this one. Hash code is actually a sample lang yan, ha. Kasi random na ihatag sa compiler sa TUA. This is what it will be stored by II instead of 10. So mo na mahitabo sa iyaha. Then it points to the reference, the value, which is 10. Yun yung idea or the difference between primitive type and reference type. Actually, the same lang na sila. Ang pinaka ano diha is kaning II is it will consist different methods. I mean, makita na to ang mga methods dire, like we can convert this to, we can have here the pwede na to makita ang max capacity o max value, mean value, which is I guess pag gamito nimo ang integer, ang max value is 2 billion. Oo. Di ba? Remember? Sige, let's try with, okay. I'm going to type in here byte. So example byte age. Let's say I'm going to store age na 10. And then I have here byte age 2 is equal to, let's say, 10. So, and then I have here another int age 3 is equal to, let's say, 10. A very good question. So, this, when I declare age here as 10, we are talking about space complexity here na, ha? Okay, remember, pag sabing space complexity, the amount of space needed for that value or for this variable or for this object. So, Age. Usually pag age, we get to store age up to how much value lang? 2 digits lang, no? Siguro up to 3 probably. Pero di na siguro mabot og 999 or mga inana, although 3 pa, no? Pero that's the idea there. If you're going to pag byte kasi ang storage value jud ana sa imuhang sa computer, guys, sa as in sa hardware, no? Kaning common na sa tanan is 127 lang na siya ang capacity sa byte. Up to negative 1 to 28. Check na ko ha. Makita man nato na dire. Byte dot max value. Okay. We can actually run. Pwede na nato makita actually dire. Diretso bisan dili nato na i-run max value. Max byte dot i-run na lang nato. Pero makita nato na siya actually directly. Ang alin? Eclipse. Oo. So, sige ha, wait lang for a while.
So, ano sa'yo difference sa small letter ng byte o capital letter ng byte?
Yan, mauna ako i-explain sa inyo karon.
Okay.
Reference of primitive. Okay. Sige. So, tanawa guys, 127 ihang max value. Meaning to say, ang good data type for the age when we create a program is byte than using short, than using integer or int. Kasi ang int man good is, check na to ang int ha, integer dot max, that is 2 billion, 2,147,483,647. Napa by age mo abot ana? Di ba wala na? So meaning to say, you are saving so much memory.
So, common sense na itong kung mag-store, hindi mo ang gamiton mo ng data type, so common sense, for example, age, sir, hindi naman mo lang pa sa kaayo.
Yes.
So, i-common sense na lang, sir, na byte na lang ito gamiton.
Very good.
Space.
Very good. Okay. That's good, no? Anyway, you will have a condition naman, proper condition. If dili jud ka ganahan sa byte, like at 227, what if naapay 300, sir? Sige, let's have the worst case scenario na maabot og 300 ang person na i-store niya or i-keep. So you can have the short. Short is 32,767. Tapos negative 32,768. Makita na niyo sa mga books, daghan kayo na. Muna ang exact value na ginagunitan dito. So, kung naatay, let's say 1 terabyte, and you're creating a program na inani, na nag-store og value, di ba, minus kilobytes na per variable. Tapos ang total sa imuhang total sa imong program would be that kilobytes, let's say i-multiply lang nato siya into pila ka kilobytes. Mag-try ta na later on. So, example, I have here short S na lang. Something like that. So, this is 32. Makita ninyo na sa books, 32. I don't, correct me lang if tama. 32,767 to negative 32,768. Yan yung max and min value niya. Okay? So, it's the idea ba of like, if you only have 8 glasses of water lang ato ang i-consume in a day, magdala day ka galon or container. Ang idea god. Or let's say you have a ang panghatag lang na sa may case let's say naipanghatag na free gasolina. So free gasolina, kay mahal ang gasolina, free gas. Pero up to 5 liters lang. Okay na, di ba? Up to 5 liters. Alam, magdala kag tangke sa tangke para, di ba? Just to fit in 5 liters. Siyempre, ang dalo nimo kato lang mo best fit sa you're saving so much kasi you're saving so much energy. Number 1, energy. Imo so ano pagdalo, di ba?
So ang mo now is think smartly.
Very good. That is what I told you about that. Whenever we create a program, it does not necessarily mean that we produce always the right program. We have to think that the right program should be created in a right way of doing it. Dapat sa tama nga pamaagi. Kasi dili naman gud ni available sa kung mahimo na nila application, this will not be available to the users anymore. Diba? Diba? Yung ang integrity sa imong program, dili na nila like, well, I don't care kung nanay ATM dira magsaksak kung ATM card nako. Di na ko mag-matter kung pila ka kilobytes ang ano sa program. Diba? It doesn't matter anymore. Oh. Pero kita, if we have parang integrity as a person, as a programmer, dapat itama na to ang program. Mo nang murag ang in a sense, that is what we should do, no, sa atong program. Okay, so you get the point now. So question niyo about sa byte and sa byte na small letter. Again, ang idea ana niya is kani siya actual value lang, kani reference, no, mag-store siya og memory address. Kanang RAM gani, sa RAM gina-assign na og value dito mga memory address, pero random na ginahatag basta as long as it's free, it's not busy. Yes, Java has this GIGO, garbage in garbage out mechanism. That's the good thing about Java because it will flash everything. Kasi Java bang gud nana siya garbage collection. Same with C++. Unlike si Python, grabe ka mag-declare lang kag inani value, so wa ka baluon sa nahitabo ato inside of that value, either it's double ba or int, napay conversion happening. That is why based on my experience, we have been participating really in ACM computing machine, kanang programming competition. They are not actually recommending to use Python. So instead, ang ginapagamit nila C, C++, and Java. Did you know that even tama imong program, then Python imong gigamit, ibalik na nila because naalay amount of time na dapat i-compile i-compilation time. Let's say, ang compilation time na required ato na program is 4 seconds. So pag i-submit nimo naka-Python ka, usually ang tama imong program but ibalik na because more than or ni-exceed siya sa 4 seconds na compilation time. C++ mas faster kasi mas closer to hardware. Mas duol siya sa machine language. So syempre kung mag-machine language ta, zeros and ones assembly, ay lisod pod kaayo kung mag-machine language ta, zeros and ones. Or pinaka the best assembly. Naman mo assembly no mga low register, high register. Next year pa, naman mo assembly language kana pinakadali pero pinaka low ang abstraction. When we say low abstraction, it cannot be understood easily by normal people. Okay, murag code na gani gipas low level pa jud ang code, ana ba? Okay, so each of this kaning mga types sa Java, guys, same gyapon ni sa C++, pareha na sila byte, int, short, char, pareha na sila primitive type, ch. Pero kung ako magtudlo kog IT, I will teach them this, pero not anymore kung kaning inani pa. Actually, para ma-appreciate nila, ang unsay kalahian nila, ang pinakakalahian nila kung in an IT na level, kay inani lang, like you can do, example, I'm going to convert integer value to binary digits. Pwede lang, magamit na ako ang integer. Like example, integer that to binary string. To binary string, to hexa, to octal, to string. So that's the best this is what is good about using reference type. Okay? Dili siya maka-inana. Dili siya makatawag og mga inana na methods. Kani siya mao nang ginatawag natong ADT or abstract data type. Mao na ato ang goal, maghimo tag sarili natong ADT in a way na pwede na nato siya mahimong API or application programming interface, which is mao nang ginagamit karon sa industry. Pangita sila og mga tao na maghimo og mga API like kanang Google Map API, mga algorithm naghimong API ana gani. So even kanang drag and drop sa NetBeans, that is a package which consists of an API. Wala man na sa nag-exist sa Java. The organization that created that is the JDesigner. Sila nag-create ana para mas mapadali ang pag-develop og application. So si Java wala jud na sila, si Sun Microsystems wala jud na sila nag-develop og drag and drop na unsa na. So naay mga other external organization na naghimo ana para mas mapadali ato ang work. Okay? So integer that to binary string. Example, i-convert na to ang 18. Sa may binary string sa 18. 1, 2. 8 plus 4, 12, no? Oh, 12. Tapos 2, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. Ay, 1, no. 8, 1, 2, 4, 8. 8 plus 4, 12 plus 2. Ay, plus 18. Kapuya mag-ano eh. Ano na lang, be? 1. Sige, ato na lang yan, 2, 4. Sige, tama. 2, 4, 8. Kanina sila. Kanina. 16 na ni. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So this is 1. Tapos 0. So 0. This is 1. This is 0. So tama. Okay? So muna dapat ang binary string or binary digit sa 18, which is mabuhat lang nato na when we use reference type, not kani. Kung gamito nato ang primitive type, dito makabuhat na. Kasi from the word itself, primitive, it's the original, it's the fundamental sa pag-store og mga values. Pero si kaning reference type nag-evolve na, murag Pokemon ba na nag-evolve na siya, na siya daghang features. Okay?
Or like, meron talaga, I like number,
Yeah. Mas, very good. When you mean this one, I?
Hindi, ang kapong, ang browser. Pwede naman, aiming ang gawin dyan.
Okay. With this one, reference type, we call this as, in Java, we call this as wrapper classes. So, dili siya keyword, pero this is the only way this is the only way na dapat gamiton natin integer jud siya. Dili siya keyword sa Java. Like I can even create this as, di ba ang keyword integer, pwede na ko siya i-own as variable. Pero dili na siya i-treat as reference. So special class ni silang integer, naka color coding, no, kung naka notepad ba ni what
Integer byte.
yeah, integer byte. Kung usa tong equivalent sa usa to kani siya tanan, byte, int, short, char, boolean. Yes, very good. Si Java na siya inana na idea na tanan, all classes should start with capital letter. Muna ihangyan ng Java. Actually, namay mga naming convention si Java. Ang ano ni Java, naming convention is it follows the Pascal base or Pascal case. Yeah, very good. Pag classes, dapat nag-go. Tapos, if two words siya, kasi bisan pa imong let's say Mapua, ang imong name ba kay public, class, Mapua, dapat sunod Malayan, colleges, bisan sa panakano. So dapat naka sentence case. Mura ginana yang naka-capitalize ang This is Pascal case. Okay? Yung isa yung isa is what's the other one? Pascal and this is Camel case rather. Camel case ni siya, yung isa Pascal case. Ganing pag mayon taog, diba, how do you read this one? Very good. Okay. Pag magbutang na ko ana or something like ana.
Ay, itong book ID.
Or butang na ko siya into ana. So na siya casing. So mas ma-elaborate siya. So anyway, these are mga basic mangguna na sa Okay, sige. Going back sa byte, int, ayan na short, char, sa pa ganito? Double, ayan. Then float. Then we have float f. Yan. 16 precision sa double. Float is 7 precision or 7 to 8 precisions.
Anong blue nga integer sir, pwede ra int nga int.
Amo ana ka?
I mean, ang
Integer daw sir, na word.
Kana.
Kung saan man
na int pero capital I para sa taas.
Like,
Ang reference.
no, like mo anak ko, ana,
Anak.
dili siya pwede kay,
Teacher dyan siya nga.
i-spell out dun siya na, ano,
Pero same function, ano ba, sir?
same lang. Same lang. Only that, pero kung if we go deeper, ang ano jud ana is kani, ang gina-store niya is memory, dili tong 10. Murag gi-point lang niya ang 10. So mo nang mga abstract data types or reference types, yahang behavior, which is mao na tong buhaton. Maghimo tag inana nato na mga like we're going to simulate the idea of ADT or abstract data type. Okay. Using kani siya ato ni pang primitive types, normal way of using this one. I mean sa program. So again, ang ano niya, ang nag-evolve lang kumbaga ang integer into bigger, into more having more features na. So that's the ano. So balik ta dito sa kaning dire na no, this one. So actually there's pros and cons kung inani mong gamiton. Kung ang pros ani kay pwede pa nimo ma-test kung ang value sa n is integer ba jud or dili. No, pwede pa nimo mabutang og if condition ba. Pag inani man go directly imo actually pwede nato na siya i one line lang na kuha lang tag create lang tag dira and then ayan. So pero this time dapat int na ni. So
Primitive
ayan.
siya. Yeah.
So this one, muna siya one-liner statement or one-line statement that automatically ang object na gi-input sa user regardless of it is unsa man na value, string ba or integer, i-parse niya into an integer. Ang problem lang with this one is whenever you enter string, dili integer, error diretso sa imong program. Mo nang mag-try and catch ta, no? Usually try and catch para i-suppress niya ang abnormal termination sa program. So, okay, for now, sige, di lang sana ito i-try and catch. Basta, mga ilang tag n, dapat integer. Pero di ba, especially pag programmer imong user, ngayon kag enter number, for sure, di na mo enter og number, lahi na yung enter, kay i-test na niya. Labi na pag programmer, no? So, lahi, other way around pa ang thinking mo sa programmer, no? Kanang na idea sa program ba?
Tanong mali.
Yes, very good. That's actually testing, no? Mga testing. Okay, so usually pag mag-compute ta og say tawag ani mag-compute ta og natural number, naay di ba naay formula ana, pero loop sa ta. So mag for loop sa ta. O kabalo man tag for loop, di ba? Okay. So let's start with the one then let's I less than or equal to the value of n and then I plus plus. Tapos we'll have here total or sum na lang, no? Sum. Say 0. So sum plus equals the value of, di ba ana ang natural number 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 until n. So assuming dili na ta mag-input kay kapoy. So we have let's say we have 10. Ingon gani si Steve Jobs, di ba? Mas gusto siya mag-hire og lazy people kay mangita sa shortcut na ways. Kay dili man patasanay og codes kay Java has only limit of 20,000 max na codes. So mas gusto niya na ma-compress pa na imong code.
20,000 lines?
Yes, 20,000 lines lang. So beyond that, dili na dawaton. Okay. Yeah, may mga limits. That is why if there is a possibility na ma-shorten nimo ang code, the lesser the code, the better. Unlike katong bago pa ta nag-code kay, mas daghan akong codes, mas hawd ko sa mga daghan kong codes.
Mas dako ni graduate. Wala mong thinking nato.
Ano?
Isa-isa mo nag-print.
Oo, isa-isa hog print. And then let's have here the sum of natural numbers from 1 to n. Ayan na to kay ang n kay ano man siya, di man siya constant na equals, ayan, tapos sum. So, pero para kung gusto mo na, labi na G option pane, dili mo gusto na mag-ano, pwede nyo ibutang diri like sa hold, maghimo tag third party, o bisan sa programming na third party variable, para ibutan na lang nato diri na hold. Siya, isa na lang siya. Ana, oo. So, you can, so this is it, no? First natural numbers from 1 to 10. So karon i-compute nato ang space complexity niya. Okay? Then later on time complexity. Sige, so pag-compute sa space complexity, manual ta kay naman tay byte size ana. So ano na to ang byte size? Okay lang ba ang online app pa ba sila? Nag-Valorant. Mauna. Diya ta maluya. Okay. Dara, okay. Actually, mao ni ang ano sa video, ako na siyang gipang isa-isa. Okay, so dara, byte, boolean, makaalta man jud dra kay di mo kumuha na dra bala mo. So we have 1 byte, 2 bytes, 4 bytes, 8 bytes. So mao jud na ang constant value na ano per byte. Every time mag-declare daw ta og integral na short or char, 2 bytes daw dayon diretso na. Okay? So kung long, 8 bytes. Tapos so kung atong file ang atong file ana sa application i-times na sa pila ka bytes na imuhang the 1024 times pila ka bytes ang imong gigamit na mga sa imong mga dito sa murag di ba sa Word pag run mo sa Word, pila lang na 127 yata na 127 kilobytes kay murag isa na ka byte ang Word. 127 to 120 124 siguro to 127 dili lang ko exact. Pero as kung magbutang na ka og kanang mga text dira gikan sa ChatGPT, give me RRL. Butang mo dito. Tapos butang na pud kang mga images, mudako ko na ang byte size sa imong sana. O sa imong katong Word. So same idea gyapon na sa to ang program. Oo, sa variable pala na wala pa ilabot na mga token dia public keyword. Per variable. Oo. So kung i-compute nato siya, it's like this ba para ani like for an instance we have I created num1 num2 kanilang saha di na nato ni apilang method num1 num2 and then sum of int type. So based on the table that's 4 bytes. So the space complexity na pwede na ma-create nato as formula is 4n plus 4. Kasi this is 1 2 3 that is tulo times 4 bytes. So 4 ang value sa atong n kay 3. So 4 times 3 equals 4 is equal to 16 bytes. Ana daw ko naman.
Oo nang ano sir, pag-calculate sa space complexity.
Oo. Sa space lang. Pero it does not matter. Wala tayo, di ta naga-care kayo sa space complexity. This sa space complexity, dili. Mao na ang iyang so
daghan kay kag kuan sir. Manahon yun yung
ang
kanang complexity.
Kung daghan kayo sa imong sa code, source code, o isa-isa kung gusto kay, pwede nimo siya i-manu-manuhon. Pero karon atong buhaton ang time complexity. Okay. So time complexity ta kasi this is already kasi constant value manggod ang ano sa space complexity. Like dili na nato na siya well, we cannot do anything about it anymore kasi constant manggod ang value sa size. Sa time manggod is kita mismo like programmer kung depende sa algorithm, depende sa algo nato, depende sa atong solution. Kay it could be imong solution is faster than him. Kay depende sa depende sa pag-code. Okay? So which is sa time complexity napoy manual, napoy automatic. Okay, mag-try sa tag manual. Sige, dito sa manual complexity. Okay, with this one if we are going to calculate the complexity manually, this is based in book ha. Okay? So pag declaration, usually any declaration is based on 1.
One.
Okay?
One byte.
Yeah, 1 oh, 1 like 1 lang ka. 1 unit, 1 unit. Very good. 1 unit na meet na tanaw niyo sa video ba. So declaration or initialization, that's 1 unit. Pag naay condition, that is n plus 1. Sorry, n plus 1 unit.
Condition ka ng mga plus.
Basta unit unit meaning ang ano god kung either is seconds man ato or milliseconds. Tapos pag naa kay process or anything na kanagang formula or calculation na naga-update ang value, that is n siya. N. So memorize lang ninyo na kay pag sa assessment nato mag-manual ano ta.
Dati i-add na program sa niya i-compute.
I-compute ninyo ang time complexity. Sa space, mo na to. Inato na dyan sa space. Okay, we have 1 n. So, based on this one, kanilang na algo, no? Kanilang algorithm na kwaon niya ang natural numbers from 1 to 10. So, i-consider nato na this is declaration or initialization. So, meaning to say this is 1. Tama, very good. So, this is 1, di ba? Okay? This one, kani siya diri, 1 pa ni. Kaning nasa in I is, 1. Okay. Then kaning isa, condition man eh. No, evaluate to true or false.
Asa ang one declaration?
Kanang int one.
Kanang mga declaration or initialization, considered as 1. Any statement na dili siya condition or dili process is considered as 1. So, kani kay condition man eh, this one ha. Kani gani.
N.
So, this is n plus 1.
Unsa may ibutang sa N?
Mahuna tong buhaton karon. Okay, sige. Then we have, sige lang. I know curious mo unsa bitaw ibutang sa N. Very good. Grabe ka mga bright ni mga bataan ni oy. Advanced kay mga pangutok pa. So I++ is an update statement, di ba? Ang I++ kay I plus equals to 1 or similar to I is equal to I plus 1. Di ba? That's a formula. So therefore this is an N similar to this one. Okay, this is an N. So kani, it's just a statement. Butang nato na this one is 1 lang. Kani, statement 1. Declaration. Pero pwede nato na dili i-appeal. Pero for the purpose na statement siya sa Java, appeal siya din sa atong code, i-appeal na nato siya na 1. Okay, so with that, the T of N function, no? Function of N should be, ihapon nimo siya, so we have pila ka N? 1, 2, 3, 3 lang? Anapay daghang N? Tulo lang guro oy. May nakikita ba kayo hindi ko nakikita? Sorry. 3n okay, 3n plus pila ka ano? 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. So we have the function of n or the T of asa 1 2 3 4 6 di ay? Sorry. Pila ni? 1 2 3 4 5 6 tanan? Sure? Mulingkod ko be? 6. 6 ha? 6? Sure?
6 ra sir.
Okay. So now, ang with this program, unsa ang n mo nang unknown. So ang n is the very good. Mo nang unknown. So simple formula pero unsa na ang n? Ang n is actually the value of kani. So as the amount of, 'di ba, loop man ni siya. The more na kung ang value nimo need is 5, 'di ba? There is only 5 times na mag-loop. So 5 execution lang ang, so meaning paspas. Okay? What about mo abot siya og 100? So 100 pod ka loops. So lipong pod imong memory. Di ba 100 gud ka tuyok-tuyok. Di ba ana man ang behavior sa loop do, di ba? Bisan ginapatuyok-tuyok na ka, mag-enjoy gyapon ka. You get the point? Okay. So therefore, so if 5 siya, then if 5 siya, meaning ang unit sa ato ang T of n should be, or ang value sa T of n would be based on the formula that we have created is, sige wait lang, is 5, very simple, 3 times 5 which is 15 plus 6, which is 21 unit. So, meaning 21 unit of time ang execution time sa ato ang kanina code, given that the n is 5.
Yun naman i-derive sir, no?
Dili na. Mag-calculus pa ta. Pag mag ano ta, mag discrete structures, mag ano ta,
Patay na this.
wala ay wala. Yeah, actually mao na ang sa mao jud ni ang ano man may mga computation involved sa data structures and algorithm. Ayan. Sa data structures and algorithm, application of algorithm, no? Pero gipa ano lang nako sa inyo ha ang para giunsa siya like kay naman goy algorithm complexity na subject or course. That is really kamo mag-compute jud mo mga na mag-ano mo quadratic formula pag duha na ka loops kailangan sa COMSI. Ambot sa inyo ha, wala ko wala. Naba mo yung algorithm complexity? Sa mga like sa mga algorithm complexity, what about sir two loops na, di ba? Kung two loops na nakay inner outer times so kung two siya ka loops, muna siya orasan na naay second, naay minutes, i-multiply, di ba? Every one nested na siya. Every 1 minute is 60 seconds, which is kung when you have 3 minutes, i-multiply nimo to 60 seconds, mo na ang times of number of times na nagloop ang imuhang katong second na hand sa orasan. Mo na ganana na idea. So the more guys na magdaghan og loop, mag nested na imong loop, mo na nang mag-usab na po ni imuhang function of n, no? Either magamit na ka itong mga quadratic formula, mga inana. So, that is sa algorithm complexity. Pero, let's say this one, kay isa lang man ni ka-loop mo, isa lang po siya, inana, no? Linear.
Pero sa exam nimo sir, di man kaya nested sir.
Dili. Wala man tayo. Computed naman na siya, automatic sa mga, I mean, na naman na mga like, for example, kung magamit ta, kung mag-sort ta, kailangan na siya nested loop. So, ang atong focus dito is the algorithm itself, kung unsa siya ka paspas ang execution time using the time unit na gi-set ni Java rather than i-manual na to siya compute. So, mao ni ang manual computation. So, as time na as the moment na magdako ang value sa imong n, the more po na magdako ang execution time. Think of it lang gud na ang loop ba mura lang gi-prove nato na I can prove to you that this loop is slower compared to kung if pwede na ko ni pa-lesser ang execution time. So, let's say kung 100 siya, so syempre 100 pod ang value sa imuhang n. Remember that one. So 100 pod ka loops. 'Di ba? 100 ka loops. So, na-by way or na-by formula na computation sa natural numbers. Katong n times Oo. So, naana siya, okay? Butang himo tag another. N times n plus 1 divided by 2, no? Okay. Sige, this one is manually calculated. So, what if sige, ato na lang i-compare siya later on. Now, what if magamit ta og execution time sa Java? So, pwede ta maggamit using long. Okay, kasi ang long mag-ano na siya og mga nanoseconds. So try na to. So let's say we have start is equal to nanotime kaning nanotime atong gamitan. Okay. So diri from start and then ibutang nato diri sa end. Mahimo ta diri end. Okay, and then kung sa Eclipse kay SysO mag-automatic na siya. Start. IntelliJ na po, di ba? Nag-show no, imo lang i-scroll down lang, Naman po di siya, pero kato lang na siya mga shortcut manggod. Like even sa kaning main na shortcut, ay kaning wala kay main lang, type lang nimong main, ma-shortcut nimo siya. So, basta ang kuha na to diri ang time unit na lang. So which is elapsed, sabay tawag ana, time unit na lang or execution time. execution time. So we have here start minus end, no? Start minus end. So tapos tanga na to og units. So kani dili ni siya, I will tell you guys na dili ni siya accurate. Kay napamang
Mami siyang pag ano na feature na makakompute sa
Sir,
automatic.
nasa ko answer ba? Dili ba daw end minus start para di mo negative?
N minus start di ay mali akong keyboard. N minus start. Mo nangutan ko ninyo nag-pay attention jud siya. Kasi mas higher ang value sa n kaysa sa start. Very good. Okay. So, very good observation. Now, kani guys, I will just tell you lang, disclaimer, dili ni siya kung mag-base ito sa ano, dili ni siya accurate as in perfect na mao jud ni ang execution time sa imong program. Why? Kasi nayo ba na, 'di ba, remember ginaano man gud niya ang ano sa imong ang memory man gud nato, daghan mo gud siya gina-process, like for instance, nag-open kog PowerPoint na ako'y other background processing. So probably depende po sa speed man pud gud sa computer. Yes, mag-vary siya sa speed sa computer. So kung hinay jud imo ang computer, hinay pud ang processing speed niya. Diba?
Para maka-sure ka pag mag-testing ka, same computer.
That's why kung mag-experiment ka sa mga thesis ka na experimental imo ha, nakay device testing na kanina specs versus kanina specs, para na ako ang algo or let's say machine learning nana mo ginabuhat kung mas faster ba si kani or versus kani. Tapos depende po sa OS na payo ba na let's say sa iOS mas fast ang processing kaysa sa Android. So napo na yung mga na testing. So that's why experimental gihapon ang ano jud siya niya, no, sa pero we can do the approximate value na ma-prove nato na mas faster siya compared to this one because inani siya. Sige, try na to ha. This is, let's say, rad. So this is 627,563. Pila man ang nanoseconds. Kung i-convert nato into second. Kasi kung milli man go, dili na niya i-compute. Oo. So mo nang 0 dili ta maka-display og value jud na kung gamit ang second.
Layo ra kayo.
Oo.
0.000627.
So mo nang inano nato siya para makita nato ang ano. So kung mapansin niyo guys, nagalahi iyang ano value. So naatay ginatawag ana sa asymptotic notation na best case, worst case o average case. Mao na lahi na po na siya, mga big O notation. So diha na po na mag-matter. So when we talk about best case, inani ni siya. When you have a linear algorithm, linear searching, which is ako have ni example. So linear. Let's say nakay mga random numbers. Ang number makitaan the moment pag first run sa loop, pag first run sa program, na siya sa first labi nag-array, no, first value jud siya, or as in first location siya, or first nasa sa first index. So pila execution sa loop na nakita na to niya? Only one. So that is best case. So meaning imong algo karon is best case kung makita lesser loop kasi makita dahil niya. So automatic end imong program. So which is mas faster ang execution. What if nasa tunga-tunga o nasa pinakalas? That is the worst case scenario. That will happen to your algorithm. Kasi again, there is always a worst case scenario, and mao na tong i-correct. Mao na to ang pangitaag paagi na dapat at least kung dili man daghang worst case, madaghan ang best case. So for average pod, ang average case is di kaya na siya kay compute lang man nimo, mag-experiment lang maka first run, second run, third run, and kuha nimong average sa run sa imong program.
Pwede po niya i-look sir mag-contract and average na yun ang execution time. Pwede na sir
Pwede, pero na naman kay execution time, pwede man kanilang. Ano yun?
Yeah, pag-average na tapulo yung iguan, ira ng program.
Depende, pwede naman tulo, upat kung suffice naman tulo ka execute But i-formula nimo pwede. Pwede.
Automatic na siya magawa sa
Formula ninyo siya. Sige, himuan ninyo. So, okay. So, try na to. That is, average niya, kung atong itan-aon, wala pa ni mga arrays ha, wala pa ni like, katong na dyan mga algo na if condition na gani selection, nanay structure na ma-disrupt ang execution sa loop depending on if na-satisfy na ang condition. Kasi kung kani kay linear lang man nga, diretso ang iyang computation. So sa array dito na po na maglahi na po iyang computation dito. So direta sa usa kay ito imong formula natural number magyapon. Natural number. So sa ito yung formula. Oy, nakalimot ko gano. So para ani nakalimot ko main, control space lang enter. Ayan. So sa ganito n times n plus 1 divided by 2. 2 no ana? Ay parenthesis pa. Okay, so wala ko'y value sa NDI, sorry. Dapat, let's say, kung 5, ana. So, this is int sum. Tapos, kopyaw na to itong isa. So, kay kamo, engineering man mo, makahimo mo mga formula, why settle on the loops kung naaman di ay inani nga execution or naaman di inani na formula. So that is why mo na ang mga sa mga mathematician na mapa nila ang process sa computation ba. O kani kay mas syempre by looking at it taas kayo ang code and then ang nag-loop pa jud siya. But with this one is we just using arithmetic pila lang ni kung i-compute nato ni ang T of n manually, this is 1. This is n, and then buta na to 1, 1 na siya. We have only T of n is how much? T of n equals pila ni 3, n plus 3 lang, no? So pila imong value sa n? 5. So you have only 8 units. Tama? Oo. So ana lang siya. So kung butangan na to start n, tanaw na to kung na mag-matter mo gamay-gamay ba iyang execution. Gets ko ninyo guys? Okay, very good. Lami tudloan ninyo mga brightest, mga brightest.
Let's try our best.
Di sa mga manggod kay naaman mga bright daghan labi na komsay pero pag EMC or IS na kay daghag likoy.
Oh. Ala nabi ni transfer dito gikan pa mo asar.
Ha?
Transfer dito gikan mo.
Nasa inyo ha? Dire kay experiment lang nato. Pila ba ang na save? I-try na lang ninyo kung naabay na but
average lang ako sir. Average lang ko. Compare na ko.
Pwede. So this is dili mo kay nimo makita ang because gamay lang gud ni atong let's say butang nato ning 200, let's say 100. Diha na nimo diha naman gud nimo mas heavy, mas daghan, na ang
layo na ang data.
Execution time niya. So ayan dako na 1 million na. 1 million na ba na?
Million sir.
Kay 1 na siya. So dako na jud. The bigger the size, the slower the execution time na siya. So
compared to Speedcast.
Kung i-compare nimo ni 1,000, check na to. 1,000 man to. 1,000 ba to?
Yes sir.
Pasit 1,000.
Ay, 1,000.
So dili na siya abot 1 million. Na siya 400,000. So mas na jud siya kang execution time divided at 2, half. So
1,000 man ni sir.
Ay 100,000 din 100,000 din So probably dako man dito no 100,000. Check na to kung mabay gihapon yung execution. Mara gihapon, same. Kasi wala may loop involved, wala kay siya processing wala lang ko sa tao no. So kamo man jud mga engineering man jud mo, kamo kahimog formula nga instead of loops Pagamayon ninyo ang code
Kami IT sir.
into like this.
Kami IT.
Okay, so that is the space versus time complexity. Okay, so now let's proceed with linear searching. Tanato ang linear searching. Actually, almost the same here. Linear searching tayo. Linear. Sige, break sa count sa count ka CR sa mo. Linear searching. So, dito sa best, worst, and average. Okay. So, assuming na tayo mga values like sa array. Then after this, ano na ta, abstract data type na ta. 12, 56, 90. Dako taas pa man itong oras, hantod alas 4 pa ta. Negative 4. Nangaon ka mo?
Wala sir.
Sure, oy.
Wala hindi sir. Diretso kung kuan sir kay namin klase kanina mo.
Sige. Mangaon mo to, balik lang mo.
Pwede na sir.
So we have here 12, 56, 195, negative 4, 12, 78. Di lang sa ako maghatag mga ikuha sa nato tanan natong sana mga topics na manggawas sa assessment. So we have this one, no? This is the array na, and linear searching, we're going to search for a value. So now, what's the easiest way na to find a value using this array series or array numbers? Chip. Kung vector. So, num that contains wala si array. So kailangan loops, di ba? Sige, let's say for an instance find, find in find, punta na to find ta 12. Na mag-test or mag-experiment ta kung mas gamay ba ang execution time. Sige, i-compute sa nato siya manually and then later on ano nato siya into automatic na siya. So let's say 4.
Duha man ang 12 sir.
Duha ba? Oo, sige. 13 na lang sa nato ni. Another case po to siya. Oy, napoy 13 din, no? This 15. So 4 in I lang dapat ang gamito na. Then we have here I less than the num dot length. Yan. And then you have I plus plus. So this one, nanay disruption sa tuang program. Unlike kanina, di ba? Continuous siya kasi computation continuous ang iyahang ano. But this one, ay disruption either kung makita niya or not. So, which is every algorithm that we are going to create, dapat ma-compute na ang best case, ilabay na, wala tayo pakialam sa best case, but dito ta sa worst case. Okay. So, with this, ano lang nato na, let's say, if find is equal to num I, so meaning ko tong 12 is equal to first loop pa lang makita din niya, you can have here the break, di ba? Pwede na to siya i-break. Pwede po ta mag while loop na i-boolean na to, like while boolean, while found, pwede siya nato. Ano, depende sa inyong algo, sige. Pero kani siya isa sa pinakadali na algo pod using break statement. Okay. Pwede niyo na enter dira. So kay ano nato ni this is a declaration na 1, no. Kani dili nato ni i-apply ang array kasi ang array this will be our n. Mao ni ang value sa atong n. Like pila ka number number or elements imuhang value sa n. Ang iyahang ang nag-contain na numbers. So, same gyapon, 1, this is 1, this is n plus 1, this is kani n, okay, this is n plus 1, and then i-apply na nato ang break statement as 1. So, ayan. So, with this, pila ang t of n nato? T of n equals 3n plus 4. So, Ang value sa atong n would be dili sa number of loops but na number of elements, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So kung assuming na ano jud na niya 3 times n 9 ba to no? Plus 4, that is 20, 27, 31 units. So inana ang iyahang computation. So wala man tayo nagbutang trig system that out that print line. So inana lang. Now what about, so magmatter na siya ang speed sa imuhang guys, magmatter na speed sa imuhang program depending on katong giingon ako na best case, worst case o average case. Example, this one is best case. Why? Kasi isa na lang ka-loop ni siya. Kay 12 man ang gipangita, makitaan man dayon niya diri.
Ang worst case, sir. So, ang worst case
Best
is
case mo na siya. So,
pinakalas, nasa pinakalas ang last element.
Actually, di jud sa pinakalas kanang wa jud niya nakitaan. Mo na worst kanang di mo siya makita. Bitaw, mo na worst kanang wa jud mo siya nakita. Wala jud kay nakita, like example nag 17 worst case. So that's why ang linear searching, it's not a good for, okay siya kasi pag insert na constant value na siya. Namo ko na yung mga constant 1 ana gani sa algorithm, kung ano jud tag algorithm complexity na siya ginabutag na constant 1. Napod siya ginatawag na dili. Ano na siya? Big O notation na is the measurement. O of 1. Ang sa linear searching, kanay sa linear searching is O of 1 ang add and delete. Pero ang searching niya, searching is 0 of n. Magdepende sa imuhang value sa n. Kasi nga, searching, you're going to visit from at the start of the value going to the end. Yeah, what if walay nakita? So mo na diha na mag-ano ang, so okay ang linear searching for insertion and deletion. Constant value kay insert ka, pag delete ka, tanggal and wala na yung further loops. Mo na nakanay sa linear searching. So pero ang problem with the linear searching is katong mag-search ka kay ayun, taas kay imuhang ano. So that is why na solution ana, which is mao na tong other algorithm, which is katong binary tree. Ang binary tree manggod kay kanang murag sa mga networking gani na. Naman gud na mga basta na pinaka root, tapos na children, na mga nodes, and then when you insert, ang insertion lang niya dili lang siya constant value of 1. Pero ang searching niya na solve. That is why wala joy algorithm na makasolve sa tanan, na masolve tanan ang addition, deletion. I mean, there's no perfect algorithm. Kung bisan tan-aw nimo na wala jud perfect na algorithm kasi it cannot solve everything na problem or issues. So so nalay best siya, nalay case na best siya mo ani at a certain situation. Pero na jud na maano na worst case. And your future kung bright jud syempre kamo like bright pa jud kaayo mo, magunahon na pa jud mo nga katong nga worst case inyo ato siyang himuong best case. So kani nga worst case gihimo ning best case sa search binary search. Mao nang ang tawag atong binary search is BST kay faster iyang searching algorithm. Sa ang BST, yes, mabuhat nato na siya. So that is during hierarchical data structure na discussion. So karon first topic nato would be linear data structures. But before we proceed that, we are going to discuss abstract data types. So unsaon paghimo og abstract data type? Okay, sige. So going back here, ayan no, makita naman siguro, you can sense it already na best case siya pag wala nakita, that is worst case. And mao na ang i-solve. So which is i-BST siya. Okay? Binary search tree. Hierarchical na dapat ang imuhang algorithm for doing searching algorithm. All right? So now let's have the exciting part na. So the Katulad yung pinaka-start, ADT, no? Abstract data type. Okay, water tank. So, example tag water tank. So, ADT. Okay, abstract data type. So, when we talk about abstract data type, there are 4 operations. Okay, 4 operations. Or you want to eat muna before we discuss this one? O saman? Ha?
Asa, sir?
You want to have a break muna or continue ta?
Asa man? Dili ra, sir.
Okay lang po.
Kung saan yung week na discussion, sir?
Para
Kung saan yan yung week?
saan tingon ang una, sir?
Week, nana ni siya sa week 2 na part. Week 2 na ni. Going to week 3.
Sir, what if kanang SharePoint lang mo i-share sa mga sir? Para ako mga PowerPoint, sir.
Ihatag na ako. Oo, sure. Ihatag ako tanan yung mga
Ilapit.
ay gina-print niyo. Grabe jud niyo ka studios no. Lahir jud mo sa akong mga ano.
Pwede siya pag-pag.
Sige, ako lang creator. Ako lang yung ano, transformers, then stop sa tadre. Then we have creator, transformers, observers. And then 4 is input, output. Sige. Yeah, and all of it are there present sa kahit anong language. Okay? Oh, so, sige, let's
Usable ni siya sa lang language yan.
Dili, kuha lang man ni siya, concept lang ni siya na murag terminologies niya. Ang dili ka ni siya? Dili, no. Operations na siya of an ADT.
Ay, joke.
Joke na to. Sige, ang kaning online, saan nato ni sila? Break po ni sila or kardong?
Valorant po na sila, sir.
Guys, online pips.
Break sa
Break sa daw sila. Okay, basta sa paniod to. So, we'll be back at unsa 1:20, 1:15. Kaya? Or
120, sir. Ano, sir?
1:20?
Sabi sa likod.
Sige, ano sa akong recording ha para sa editing na jud siya na next recording.